and you're worried about global warming. No, worry about the fucking big-ass bomb that China's going to send over, and we're all annihilated. Fuck Ukraine. I'm going to say it. And he smiles. This little cocky motherfucker smiles and says, where's the money? And he goes, no, just kidding, just kidding. He fucking knows what he's doing. Welcome to the Jambi Show. It is Friday. A lot of fucking shit going on. My co-host Ryan Sweet is not here today. He's got the day off for just being him. Anyway, fucking the witch hunt fucking continues. Donald Trump is being indicted on close to 37 different fucking federal counts on bullshit. It's okay. I was up last night angry and I couldn't sleep because I don't think anybody realizes what the fuck is going on in this fucking country. And y'all better wake the fuck up. I'm not talking about the people that actually know what's going on. Republicans, for the most part. Some Democrats do. But the left motherfuckers. I had an argument today, a debate on some lady on Facebook. She posted some jackass shit about, we're putting them in cuffs finally. Speaking about President Trump. And it just struck a nerve. And I wanted to fish and see, okay, what kind of fucktard is this? And it turned out complete fucktard. Just like every left-wing motherfucker out there. All you think is wrong with this country is fucking global warming. And that's your main fucking cause for everything. She actually told me that we're all going to die from global warming and I'm an idiot. Well, guess what? We're not going to fucking die from global fucking warming. That is the least of our problems. Global warming, guns. That's all you guys talk about. Guns and fucking global warming. Nobody's dying of global warming. We're going to die of old age before fucking global warming. Fact. Okay? Get off that whole... do you not see what's happening on the rest of the world? You don't. Nah, we're not in a crisis on the brink of war with China, are we? No. Fuck Ukraine. Yes, we are. I'm going to say it. And all you people, we're not on the brink of war with Russia. Ukrainian flags around America and all that. Yes, we are. You know what's really going on? And here's the thing. I'm going to tell you. Little Zelensky, that fucking little tyrant who everybody says, he's fighting for Ukrainian, the people, president. He's a little fucking madman, dictator. If you go through his history, search it up, he has some policies in there that are fucked. And the newest thing is, because he wants to take control of Russia. This ain't about saving the fucking Ukrainian people in Ukraine. The Ukrainian people are getting fucking blasted. The innocent people are dying because this man's got a hard on for Russia and Putin. That's all it is. And he's getting funded by the Bidens. So why not just fucking tirade all the way as far as you can on America's fucking dollar? Because that's what's going on. And nobody on the left wants to believe that fucking the Bidens are a criminal crime fucking family. They're worse than anything you can think of about Trump. And that is the facts. But see, the FBI will bury the fucking documents shit with the Bidens and about Hillary Clinton and all that. They'll bury it for 7 fucking years. 4 years, I think it is. We've been trying to figure out what's going on with all the files and shit. And guess what? Trump, fuck, it was like a firecracker going off. Oh, Trump's gaining in the polls. Trump's going to win. Fuck, we got to do something. Oh, let's attack him. Let's get him again. Let's indict him. Here's the funny thing, you dickheads, that you did not know. He probably could still fucking win, regardless. And if he gets indicted, guess who he wins? And this is the thing. It's a real thing. He's a president. He pardons himself. And if he loses, there's been a number. Mike Pence, I think, actually said that, because there's people that think this is fucked up, even though they're running against him. Like, no, this is a witch hunt. Everybody can see it, but the left. So he even said, I'll pardon him if I win. Because he's not fucking guilty. He's not guilty of shit. Joe Biden is mocking everybody now. He just asked, reporter just asked him, what about the documents, blah, blah, blah. And he smiles. This little cocky motherfucker smiles and says, where's the money? And he goes, no, just kidding, just kidding. He fucking knows what he's doing. Him and Hunter and fucking the Clintons are all involved in this. And Obama, Obama, yeah, he's the greatest president, blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. Obama is crooked as fuck. Obama's kind of snaking away, staying quiet. But he was in it from the beginning to fuck Trump over. He teamed up with Hillary. It's all fucking facts, people. And you're worried about global warming. No, worry about the fucking big ass bomb that China's going to send over, and we're all annihilated. That'll happen before fucking global warming. I give you that fucking right now. It's hard to be, how do I say it? Without the passion as an American is slowly dying in this country because it's not America's country anymore. It's the left LGBTQ, everybody wants to be gay world. This is where we're at. The gay America agenda. And Joe Biden is right behind it. And here's the fucked up thing. Nobody cared that there's gay people. Obviously back in the early 70s, 80s, 60s, wasn't like prevalent as it is now. And it was great. Came out of the closet and everything was great. And I'm not gay bashing. I don't care what you fuck or what. That's your business. But what I'm saying is that was fine. But now it's being force fucking fed to every fucking home, every school, every church, every fucking thing they want to make gay. And if you don't think it's happening, go to fucking Target. They got a whole fucking gay fucking display. Everything fucking rhymes with gay. It's great. Anyway, right out there. Why do children why does a 7-year-old need a bathing suit that he can tuck his cock and balls behind? As they have a new little tuck thing for him. Yeah, that's right. They're teaching your kid to tuck his cock and balls back at fucking a little kid's age. Are you fucking serious? And this is okay? This is okay with parents across America? You're telling me right fucking now that you are okay with your little daughter or your little son coming to you from school and saying, the teacher says I should be a boy. Because that's what they're fucking doing. You got drag queens fucking doing high school auditorium fucking dances. What does that fucking have to do with high school? What does out there humping the floor and being fucking weirded out gay have to do with the curriculum of high school? Math, English, science, history. That's what we fucking need to teach, because we're not teaching any fucking thing now. We're just teaching, hey, it's okay to be gay. If you want to be a fucking girl, little Billy, fucking yeah, we'll lop that. We'll give you some fucking pills to make that shit shrink off, and we'll fucking get your surgery done by the time you're 10. That's what Joe Biden's fucking pushing. That's what he's pushing. He says it in every speech. He just said the other day, his goal, other than global warming, is pass a bill he's trying to get through Congress that gives more rights and freedoms and all this. Basically what he's doing is saying the schools can teach whatever gayness they want because it's good for the children. That's basically what he says. And everyone's like, oh, Joe's a fucking, if I did not know for sure that he wasn't the Antichrist, because he's not, he basically is. He's the death of America. And Kamala's listen, nothing against Kamala Harris. She seems like a sweet lady, and she's very, very giggly and but man, you cannot have that woman be running shit. She's fucking talking about, I like pentagrams and circles. The circles. And she talks to everybody like they're 5 fucking years old. It's a story time. This is politics. It's not like, well, today they went on a bus. That's all she fucking knows. With a bus. It'd be fun to hear a story. If she comes over to the house, she could read me a fucking bedtime story. That'd be fucking epic. But she can't be the president. So what do you have? You have JFK Jr., Democrat. Okay, here's my thing. He's saying the right fucking things. And I'm not about Republican, Democrat. Yes, I'm a Republican and I'm voting for Trump. But here's the thing. Somehow Trump gets out of there or whatnot. You got Ron DeSantis, but this JFK Jr., this guy has got some moxie and he's got some fucking valid points. He actually took his ass down to the border wall that Trump built basically. So you're welcome. Down to the border wall and saw what was going on. The same wall that Joe Biden didn't go check out. Kamala is in charge of the fucking wall, and they're all saying there's no border crisis. Fucking there. Ask New York City if there's a border crisis. Ask fucking Washington, D.C. if there's a border crisis. Ask Portland. Ask San Francisco. Ask Los Angeles. Ask Yuma, Arizona. They're all getting flooded in, and they're flocking everywhere. And the funny thing is now some of those Democratic mayors, Mayor Adams in New York is saying, okay, I done fucked up, Balaki. They got to go. They got to go. I mean, they're living in all the high class hotels on taxpayer dollars, and they don't give a shit. They're criminal. True story, an Afghanistan immigrant crossed over, went to San Francisco, and he was interviewed, and he said that San Francisco, downtown, the streets were scarier than fucking Afghanistan. Put that in perspective, you fucks. This is what you've created by keeping Joe Biden and his lies and his crimes in the fucking White House. And it's going to get worse if you don't get his ass out of there. He should be impeached. He can't walk. He can't talk. And he just goes on rampant stories about how he's a truck driver and all this bullshit that never happened. I mean, the guy he makes up stories. Go through the history and then see if anything he has said about his life and where he was, Puerto Rico. Come on. It's all lies. He makes it up because he's fucking senile. You know, it's a sad thing when the mind goes. My dad's mind went, and it is sad and it sucks. But I would not want my fucking father, when he was alive at that state, fucking running the country. Because let me tell you, I couldn't even drive across country with that man without losing my shit. Because they can't run shit. And Joe Biden is the epitome of a fucking destroyer of America. And he's in it for the money. You don't understand. Everybody's got everybody's pockets lined. And that's all the way from the director of the fucking FBI, who is the slimiest motherfucker ever. I mean, you know, and here's the scary part. Power has powerful friends. And who do you trust? Who can you go to and go, hey, you know what? This shit's fucked up. We got to fix this. But now you're in the trunk of a car being dumped off a fucking bridge. You know, it's not the America I grew up in. It's not the world that I wanted to grow up. My grandchildren, my children. There is no future. There literally is no fucking future from here on out if Trump doesn't get back in, or DeSantis or JFK Jr. and they don't turn this fucking thing around. Those people are the only. I like Vivek Goswami, but he's a little young. He's got great ideas. I think he's 36 years old, though. I mean, you know, give him some time to develop. But that guy, but it might be too late by then. It probably will be too late. Those of you who are religious, like I am, read the Bible. It's Revelations. It'll tell you what's fucking going on. It's kind of dead on balls accurate. Anywho, so, you know, so like I said, they got evidence on Biden. Don't do shit. They get something on fucking Trump. They're fucking all over it like white on rice. And the guy who's trying to get him on all these accounts is known for trying to charge people with bullshit crimes, thin as ice. And he has been denied by multiple courts on his prosecutions of these people. So it's a mess. Here's something exciting that I'm fucking jacked about. Fucking Mel Gibson. I love Mel Gibson. This man is balls to the wall. He is Mad Max. He is does not give two fucks. He is coming out with a 4-part docuseries on the pedophile sexual trafficking in America and centered on Hollywood. Yeah, baby. all you motherfuckers are just going, fuck. Yeah, all the Hollywood fucking shit's going to be, because Mel's not pulling any punches. Here's my thing. We need to be on Mel Gibson watch 2023 for the next few months here, because he's exposing a lot of shit. And it's, if you guys, that's the other thing. You don't think sex trafficking is going on either on the left side. You're like, no, there's no, you know why? Because fucking Bidens are probably fucking fueling that shit too. I know Hillary is. Hillary's weird like that. She's a fucking little Satanist bitch. Anyway, but Mel Gibson's having this docuseries and he's fucking unloading it all. Everything about Hollywood, how dirty Hollywood is, the stars, the ones who are involved, fucking epic. But here's the thing, what you'll watch the next, since this announcement, he just announced he's coming out with this a couple days ago. Watch the next month. Watch how Mel Gibson is blasted by media and everybody on the left and all the LGBTQ and all the weirdos and all Hollywood and everybody who's shaking in their boots because he said, fuck you, did Passion of the Christ, and fucking Jim Caviezel, he hasn't, that just doing that role, playing Jesus, fucked his career. They put him in a cellar and he can't get work. Mel has balls and he has power and he's putting this shit out there and it's going to expose a lot, but I'm worried about Mel. I love Mel Gibson and for this reason, this is a guy, fuck, Mel should be president. I'd vote for Mel Gibson. But yeah, it's going to be great. Finally somebody's going to bring something out. You got fucking Epstein shit is never going to come out. Fuck, I'll be dead before we find out who the fucking pedophiles on Epstein Island are, you know. Because the whole list thing is like, okay, anybody can make up a list, but let's see the fucking, I want them to pop in a fucking video and it's fucking Tom Hanks and fucking 3 little kids. Because that's the rumors. So, allegedly. Anyway. And Hillary Clinton, allegedly. So anyway, yeah, but he could get whacked. Look at Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx. From the rumors I hear, Fox was told he had to get vaccinated for a movie role. So many different stories coming out. Some have him, oh, Jamie Foxx is great. He's playing pickleball again, which turns out to be old footage. Apparently he's blind and partially paralyzed from the vaccination. Then the other story is he talks a lot of shit about P. Diddy and his parties and the gayness. Diddy's gay as fuck. I don't care. I'm right here, Diddy. You are gay as fuck. Everybody in the nation knows you're gay. And you had Biggie and Tupac killed because you're a fucking selfish bastard and killed really good music because you can't rap and you fucking sure as hell can't dance. All you can do is move money around and suck dick. That is you, P. Diddy, in a nutshell. That's my segment on P. Diddy, by the way. But so I get in this. This was fun. So I got in this Facebook confrontation with like I said, this lady who I've talked to before. She wants Trump in handcuffs. She says, this is how far left she says, because I told her don't fucking worry about global warming, because she said that first thing off her list was that we're all going to die. What struck me was she said that I am in a cult. And she goes, and here's the funny part. This is where people are weird and they shouldn't tell everything about themselves. But she goes, I was raised in a cult. I know what one looks like. So immediately I'm like, oh, okay. So you're the authority on truth and what to follow. So I'm like, so basically she's saying that if you support Trump, he is the cult leader and we are all in a cult. Wow. I did not know I was in a cult. Fucking A, right. I'm in the Trump cult. Fucking proud motherfucker to be in the Trump cult. If that's a cult, I'm in the fucking Trump cult. So Cat Tripoli, suck a dick, you fucking washed up old weightlifter hag. Anyway, yeah, it's stupid. But on a brighter note, it's actually cold out, which is nice for June. How's that for your global warming working out for you, Cat Tripoli? Uh, you just posted that it's cold outside. What the fuck is you? And you just complain that it's global warming that's killing us, and you're freezing. Weird. I looked at the whole thing about global warming, and nothing's happened. They showed. Don't believe your photos that you see on TikTok and all that. If you're not good at spotting shit on TikTok, do not fucking go down the wormholes, because you will just fucking lose your mind. And the first time I got on TikTok, I was like, fuck. I thought fucking aliens were my neighbors. It was weird. Speaking of aliens, guy just came out, whistleblower, who allegedly he worked for the FBI, but I don't know what level clearance Clarence had. But he says that we have alien spacecraft, many of them, and some bodies. Watching the interview, it was kind of like you're just watching some guy you randomly found down at the Quickie Mart out front drinking out of a 40 on his theory of aliens. That's what I got from it mostly. But I said to my girlfriend that night, I said, you watch. Just from this story being on the news, the people are going to fucking freak out, and everyone's going to see fucking aliens. Sure as shit. That night I go on TikTok, Facebook, everybody were fucking seeing aliens that night. And then two suns. There's a sun over there. I don't know why there's a sun over there. Oh, what is that? Oh, no. What? Stop the fucking lying. And because there's idiots out there that actually see your little TikTok and think, oh, no, we're being invaded. We're not being fucking invaded. Okay. Have you seen an alien? And it's funny to me that all aliens are described exactly the same since fucking the 50s. Big round head, big bubbly eyes, and skinny looking weirdos. And it's the same pictures of the same fucking aliens. Really? The alien hasn't evolved since 1940 till now? It's the same fucking guy. I don't. He's just fucking like, it's only one alien. He just pops out every now and then. And he goes, hi. And then he goes back. Yeah. No one's seen him. People have claimed to have been abducted, but Hillbilly Bobby has some loose ends there, and some loose teeth also. Most of the time when those stories come out. Yeah, I haven't seen any aliens. If there are, well, that remains to be seen. There's a lot of things out there that people believe or don't believe. And that's everybody's choice, of course. But yeah, the mass panic of alien people. I've got friends right now. I have a good friend I grew up with since we were little kids, and Irish Catholic, baptized the whole works. He has now, as an adult, he's 53. He has now questioning his belief in God, and now solely believes in aliens. And every time I see him, he tells me, oh, they're here, Jim. And I'm like, he's such a good friend, and he's a brother, like a brother. But I'm like, looking at him like, all right, you're going to go with that theory. And it's funny. I don't know. Good luck to everybody. Fucking good luck to everybody. I am just more worried about the state of this fucking world. And it's not getting any better. All our allies are going and hooking up with Russia and China. Iran just made a deal to start up a business making fucking weapons in Russia. They just made a little deal. Iran, yeah, not big fans of ours. Hanging out with Russia and China colluding. We are not the fucking superpower like we used to be, because everybody's worried about offending somebody, or fucking, oh my God. It's frustrating to deal with this shit. California is fucked. California, I live in California, happily moving out of fucking California. Gavin Newsom is, he's back attacking the gun thing today. He wants to just abolish guns, because that's what's wrong with California. Not the fact that you made it a sanctuary area, and now everybody from they got people from they said Africa, Afghanistan, Peru, Nepal, not including the Mexicans and the cartels that are coming over, and different everybody without getting checked. They just holding for 24 and then off into America. Welcome to America. You come here, Joe says, come on. And we give you money and phone and stuff, and you go stay in hotel and live the life and do drugs on the street. Fuck. That's California. Coming in like droves, man. Droves. I live in Santa Rosa, which is 69 miles north of San Fran, which I'll fucking never visit again. Drive right through the freeway. Fuck that town. It's destroyed. San Fran's gone. I'm not going to go there and get fucking beat up, mugged, or killed, or stabbed, or whatever. It is. I'm not a worried guy. I'm not worried about that, but I'm not even going to put myself in that situation because it's zombie land down there. There's nothing fucking to do. But Oakland the same way. But yeah, Gavin Newsom is, he's out for himself, a slick-haired motherfucker. They want him to run for president, but he shouldn't, because if people actually got on board with this jackass and he actually pulled off a victory, just look at California. There's your blueprint of what the rest of the world will look like. It'll look like California, which is fucked. California's going to be the worst place. It's expensive as fuck. And now it's just the cities are dying. And 60 miles up from that shithole is me. You don't think that shit travels? You don't think that's going to get old and they're just mark their way up the fucking coast? And my little hometown that I grew up in is going to be fucked? I'm getting out. Yeah. There's no California love in this motherfucker. I tell you that. I had a good time as a child, but the way, and it's Biden's fault, Clinton's fault, Biden, the whole works. It's a double standard fucking in America with the politics these days. You know, one guy can get away with murder. One guy can do no wrong and just get fucking hammered left and right by everybody who hates him. They hate him. They don't care about his president. They just don't like Donald fucking Trump, the man. Who gives a fuck? I don't care if I fucking hated the guy. If he did a good job and made this country awesome, fuck. I don't have to like you. Just get the job done. That's all we're asking. But we don't get that choice. We have to go vote. Does the vote matter? They say it does. But I remember Al Gore won, but then he didn't. So does it really matter? Come on. Oh, we found some extra tallies we got to vote. Oh, yeah, no, Bush won. Sorry, Al. Go back home. It's so stupid. But anyway, I want to wish everybody a wonderful fucking weekend. I will be back next week. Gonna do multiple shows. You can actually tweet me and look for me on YouTube and keep this party going. I have more content. I got guests coming up. I got things that are going to be awesome. We just hit 300 watch time hours on YouTube. We just got 300 watch time hours on YouTube. We're just starting out, but I love your support. You can ask me any questions. If anybody wants to come on the show and debate, talk about things, doesn't matter if it's politics or fucking going hunting or how fucking much fun you had in Vegas. Everything is available on this show. This is why I like it. This is why it's a Jambi show. Everything goes, and you can cuss, which is great. Who doesn't like to say motherfucker? Samuel L. Jackson likes motherfucker. But yeah, contact us on the show, and we look forward to seeing everybody. God bless you. Take care of each other and America, and go Trump. Amen. And that's a wrap. How is that?